So today we are going to talk about Screensaver. We are going to learn how to adjust and change Screensaver settings. To do that, you just right click on the empty space of the desktop, click on personalize again. Remember, in the first lesson we said that we can change the background of the computer by just clicking on the picture, but today you're not looking at that. We are going to Screensaver. You just click to activate. Now on the Screensaver you can select the type of Screensaver to use. So for example, I want to change from photos. The Screensaver usually appears when your computer is idle after a number of minutes. So for example, you can click on preview to see this is what happens when the computer is idle. Idle meaning I'm not touching the mouse or keyboard for the specific time that I've set. You can change to a different one. You can use blank. So you want your Screensaver to go blank, you can click on preview. So you find that the Screensaver will go blank. You can adjust the number of minutes to wait until the Screensaver is displayed. So the Screensaver assists you when you're not active and you don't want anybody to see your screen. You can apply that setting after you've finished. Now we are going also to look at another program. Today we are going to open another program called Mspaint. When you click on start, just type Mspaint, one word. So when you click on Mspaint, it will open a program, and on this you can maximize the program so that you see the entire screen. You can adjust this working space by dragging, put the cursor at the insertion points. You can increase so that you have enough space. So Mspaint is a program that you can use for drawing, for designing logos. So to begin with, you can, as you can see, it is a window. Remember, when you open a window, you should be able to identify its parts. The title bar, we have a short menu here. Then we have the tools, the tools bar. We have a help button, that question mark that appears there, that is a help. When you click, you can ask for assistance. We have control buttons to close, to maximize, to minimize, and we have the status bar. The status bar at the bottom. Now, as I've said, we have different tools. You can select a tool like a rectangle, like a triangle. You just drag using the left button. Hold the mouse down. You drag. You'll find that you are able to draw a triangle. You can select a rectangle, then again drag, position your mouse where you want to start drawing from, then you drag like that. Select a rectangle again, then you drag to draw. Select. So you find each tool here has its specific use. We have rectangles, we have circles. So if you want to draw a circle, just position the cursor we want to draw like that. We have fill with color. If in case you want to put colors in these shapes, just select. Here we have color 1. Just change the color by clicking on the color that you want. You find that color 1 has changed. Put the color where you want. You can also aim at those lines and you find that the whole shape has been changed. So if you want another color, you just select the color that you want, fill with color. So make sure you selected fill with color. There. We have the curved line. You use the curved line, you can change the curved line back to color black. So make sure you are adjusting color 1 only, not color 2. So I've changed to black, draw a curved line. Position the cursor at the middle of the line, then drag again. You find that you've managed to curve that line. Select the curved line again, just draw a straight line. Just draw a straight line like that. Then at the center of the line again, come and drag. So you find that by the time you finish, we have lines. You can use lines to come up with a straight line to draw, to make sure that your line is completely straight. You hold down the shift key, press shift, release the mouse button, don't release the shift button. Now go back, select another line, just press shift key. So a rectangle, so you manage to put up a fence around your house. So use the line again. So you remember, if you want to change the color of the line, you just have to change color 1. Draw a straight line. We have another tool here under brushes. So we have another tool here under brushes. You can use it also to change. Now we can change the color to green. You find that you can put grasses around the house. You can change the size of the brush. Just go back to the size. Click on size, select a bigger size, then you come here and just drag like that. Make sure you're holding down the left button. Now another tool that we'll look at is a pencil. You can use a pencil to draw. Also using color green, you can just draw. Make sure you don't leave a space. You can undo. If you make a mistake, we have undo button. Just draw roughly like that. Don't leave a space. When you're drawing, select the fill with color. You can fill with your color inside there. Now you can undo. If I undo again, it will undo the line. Now if you leave a space, if you are drawing, then you left a space, this space here, and you're trying to fill with color, you realize that that color will fill the entire screen. So to avoid that, I've said, as you draw this line, make sure you're leaving no spaces. Then when you fill with color, now the color will be set there. Now I want you to be able to save your work. You just go to the file button, click on that blue button, click file, go to save as, select desktop, then you name your file. You name this file because you want to quickly access it in the near future. So you delete that. Using the keyboard, you type. So make sure you have selected the desktop first. Then when you click save, when you close this file on the desktop, you'll see that picture there. You can open. Now you realize that you've already finished drawing that picture. So I want you to be able to use Mspaint. I've said to open, just click start, type the Mspaint. Then when you click on open, you realize that you can draw a lot of things. You have been asked to come up with the Kenyan flag. Just select the shapes, a rectangle which is black, you can draw it there. You can fill with the color. We have another rectangle. Now we can change the color, draw it. Now the last one, you can fill with color like that. We have a circle. You can select the circle. Now you want this circle to be you want to draw this circle. You can change the color to red, but you realize the circle does not draw with color. Now in case you want this circle to be filled with color, just again select the circle. Now you make sure color 1 and 2, both of them are red. So select color 2 also red, so that when you draw this time around, so after selecting the 2, you can go back to fill this setting fill with color, make sure it is filled with solid color. Now when you draw this circle, you realize that you are drawing with the color inside. So you have to make sure that color 1 and 2 have colors. So if I want to draw a rectangle, for example, and it's filled with color, so select rectangle, select fill, select the colors that you want. So this rectangle will have that color. You want it to be filled with a different color, so you'll select color 2, you'll select a different color. Here make sure this setting is still with fill. Now when I draw, you realize now the outer part of the rectangle is green and inside it is pink. So we can undo. So undo will remove all the changes that you've made. Now we want to draw a circle here that is red. I said you select red, color 1 and 2, you can use both to be red. Then when you drag that circle there. I want now another circle. Click outside before clicking on again. Click on the I want a black circle. You can draw like that. Click outside. Undo. So select white, also color 2. Then you want to add text. We have the text tool. Just click on it, then drag at where you want to type the text. You make sure you drag. Now text color, you make sure you've changed color 1. You use color 1 for text color. Just type. So your text will be entered. You can format this text. Select the text, go back to size. This is font size. You can increase the size to an appropriate size. You can change the color of the text. So select it first. You select by dragging. You can change the color of the text to your own color. Then to save your work, remember to save file, save as on the desktop, name it appropriately, save. So when you finish, you can close. When you go back to the desktop, you'll get your files saved properly. So make sure you can come up with a few drawings. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you.